Picture this. It's a Tuesday afternoon, you're on your lunch break, and you're stuck in a seemingly endless, frustrating queue at City Hall, literally just to pay your water bill. You're watching the clock tick down, wishing you could just handle the whole shebang with a few taps on your phone. Well, what if I told you that you never actually have to stand in that line again? Welcome to this explainer. This is your ultimate digital solution to paying your Buffalo water bill online. We're going to get you set up stress-free right now.
Okay, let's dive into this. If you are totally tired of hunting down stamps, mailing checks that might mysteriously get lost in transit, or waiting in those agonizing physical lines, moving your utility payments online is a real game changer. Not only does it offer absolutely incredible convenience and time-saving benefits, but it also has a fantastic environmental impact by cutting down on paper waste. It's time to take back your afternoon.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover getting ready to pay, accessing the right portal, creating your online account, making your payment, looking at benefits and financial help, and finally, troubleshooting and FAQs.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Getting Ready to Pay, and the preliminary requirements.
Before we actually jump onto the web, think of this as, getting your ingredients ready before you start cooking. Here is your quick preliminary checklist. First up, you'll need your 9-digit account number. If you aren't quite sure where that is, just grab your most recent paper bill. It's sitting right there at the top. You'll also need your billing zip code, a secure internet connection to protect your personal info, and your preferred payment method. You can use a checking account or a credit or debit card. Now keep in mind, using a checking account via an electronic check is usually completely free, while using a credit card might carry a small convenience fee, which we'll actually touch on a bit later.
Moving right along to Section 2, Accessing the Right Portal, or as I like to call it, navigating the clutter. Buffalo's digital utility landscape can honestly be a bit complex, so let me act as your navigation beacon here. When you search for Pay Buffalo Water Bill online, you might fall into a really common trap. Third-party sites, like Doxo, for example, often pop up first. And this brilliantly illustrates a key point. While they are legitimate services that can process your payment, they are completely unaffiliated with Buffalo Water. Because of that, they often charge unnecessary extra fees just for the convenience. To avoid paying more than you actually owe, you always want to make absolutely sure you're navigating to the official municipal portals. Furthermore, depending on exactly where you live, your water provider might be different. If you're within the city limits, you're likely dealing with the City of Buffalo, managed by Valia, for your municipal water and sewer. Their official portal starts at buffalony.gov. However, if you're out in the surrounding suburbs, you might actually be a customer of the Erie County Water Authority, or ECWA, which uses my.ecwa.org. It is absolutely vital to check your bill and use the correct official portal so your hard-earned money doesn't end up in the wrong jurisdiction system. Onward to Section 3, Creating Your Online Account, covering setup and e-billing.
Now, if you are a brand new user, setting up an online profile makes future transactions completely seamless. When you do set it up, you'll be introduced to e-billing. This is a super quick, convenient way to receive your bills electronically via secure email, basically replacing paper mail entirely. The advantages here are just fantastic. Not only are you reducing your environmental impact by opting for paperless billing, but you also get immediate receipt confirmations right to your inbox. No more guessing if a payment actually went through.
Here is a super quick step-by-step tutorial to get that set up. Step 1. Create your Buffalo NY Bill Pay profile with your basic information, and please use a strong, unique password for your online security. Step 2. You'll connect your specific property parcel using that 9-digit account number we tracked down earlier. And finally, Step 3. Once your account is linked, just click Enroll in e-billing under the Account Actions menu. That's literally it. You'll get an email notification whenever a new bill is ready.
Next up is Section 4, Making Your Payment, the step-by-step guide.
So the crucial point is getting that balance paid securely and efficiently. Let's walk through the actual transaction phase. Once you're securely in the portal, navigate to the Water Bill Payments link. You'll punch in your 9-digit account number to pull up your current balance. Now you have a choice to make. You can make a simple one-time payment, or you can set up recurring autopay. Autopay is honestly fantastic because it automatically deducts the amount on the due date, ensuring you're literally never late. But if you choose to stick with one-time payments, a pro tip to avoid common pitfalls is to just set a calendar reminder on your phone a few days before the due date. Finally, enter your payment details and hit confirm. Now, I really want to highlight this specific number for you, $1.75. If you're an Erie County Water Authority customer, you should definitely know that their payment processor, Paymentus, charges a $1.75 service fee for credit or debit card payments up to $300. For the City of Buffalo system, users on local forums have noted convenience fees for cards as well. This strongly reinforces the immense value of just using a checking account for an electronic bank draft, which, again, is almost always completely free.
All right, let's talk about Section 5, benefits and financial help, because you are not alone.
Look, sometimes, despite our absolute best efforts, utility debt can become incredibly stressful. If you're falling behind, take a deep breath. You are not alone. Buffalo Water has actually partnered with an online service called PromisePay. PromisePay exists to offer flexible, interest-free payment plans for past due balances. And the most important thing to know, enrolling in a plan through this portal actually halts automated service disconnections. It gives residents a manageable, structured way to get out of utility debt without that looming fear of suddenly losing their water access.
To qualify for PromisePay, a Buffalo Water customer simply needs to have a past due balance of $250 or more. That is the threshold. If you owe $250 or more, you are completely eligible to set up a payment plan. And the absolute best part is that there are zero program fees to use this service. It's just a straightforward tool designed to help you catch your breath and catch up.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the details for the Residential Consumer Affordable Water Program. For low-income consumers who meet the annual income limits set by HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, there is some significant relief available. Upon certification, a low-income consumer can receive a credit of up to $153 per year. Even better, a very low-income consumer can get a credit of up to $192 per year applied directly against their capacity charges. It's a truly vital program that makes a real, tangible difference in monthly household budgets.
Similarly, seniors get special discounted rates too. Notice how the flat, yearly dwelling rates are significantly lower for qualified senior citizens, scaled based on the size of their home. However, there is a specific administrative step required here. To receive these additional discounts, seniors must actually bring a copy of their Enhanced Star tax exemption to the Water Department at City Hall, specifically room 1038. It's honestly one of the few times an in-person visit is highly recommended to secure those long-term savings.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6, troubleshooting and FAQs, avoiding common pitfalls. Let's make sure you're empowered with solutions for those frustrating administrative edge cases. Here is a really critical policy constraint you absolutely must be aware of: the administrative lock. If you've fallen far enough behind that an official notice of intent to disconnect has been issued for your property, the online payment portal will be completely disabled for your account. If you encounter an error message saying your account is locked under these circumstances, standard website troubleshooting, like trying a new browser or restarting your router, that's not going to work here. You must call customer support directly to resolve the balance and prevent a shutoff. Let's tick off a few other highly specific FAQs to clear up any lingering confusion. First, if you're a tenant and your water is shut off because the landlord didn't pay, you generally cannot just magically deduct the water restoration fees from your rent. It requires careful legal navigation and landlord cooperation. Next, if you're having issues setting up that debt relief we talked about, PromisePay support can be reached directly at 716-215-2635. And finally, a quirky one. You might see signs at Tops Market saying you can pay your water bill via Western Union. Heads up, that is strictly for Erie County Water Authority users. City of Buffalo water customers cannot pay their bills at Tops.
Before we completely wrap up, just a quick, clear disclaimer. While this explainer serves as a comprehensive guide, utility policies, rates, and fee structures can and definitely do change. Always verify the latest details, policies, and fees with official sources. You can visit buffalowater.org or just call customer service at 716-847-1065. Also, always remember to maintain up-to-date security practices, like using secure Wi-Fi when handling online financial transactions.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our final question. Are you ready to ditch the paper, save some serious time, and take confident control of your Buffalo water bill today? We've covered the requirements, the portals, how to avoid those pesky fees, and where to get help if you need it. I highly encourage you to try paying your water bill online this month. Once you experience the convenience, I promise you'll wonder why you ever waited in line in the first place. Try it out and share your experience or any helpful tips you discover with your neighbors. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy digital paying!